Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching us, Zamil and Zaliha. For this last segment, we're talking about working mother's dilemma.
I'm sure, I read a lot of status updates on Twitter and Facebook,
Yeah.
how I wish I can be a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, I wish I could be a tai-tai.
Yeah, man. So, working mother's dilemma isn't exactly a new thing, but, how do we actually, overcome this, and how do we challenge, how do we handle this? So let's ask the experts in the studio today. We have Ms. Parveen Yassin, who's the Executive Director of the Malaysian Working Mothers Forum, and Mr. Zaid Muhammad, who's the CEO of smartparents.com.my. So a great collaboration right here. Tell us what the forum is about.
Firstly, good morning and thank you to RTM and Hello On 2 for having us on board here today. The Malaysian Working Mothers Forum is basically an online community platform created basically as a social cause project by Dutch Ready Milk Industries Berhad. At that point, it was to support the Malaysian government's calling back in 2010, where they decided to extend the maternity leave from 60 days to 90 days. And then we actually did a study and we found out that there wasn't a specific avenue for working moms to go to not just share challenges and discuss issues that they are facing, but we also found that working mums, like any other women out there, juggle multiple roles. So we decided to create an online community platform in a form of our Facebook page as well as a website page, where we're hoping to gather all these working mums together to not just network and get to know each other, but to also come forth with suggestions, ideas, and hopefully we can better support the calling to, especially to the employers out there, to create a better working environment for working mothers, specifically. Better hours, daycare centers at the workplace and things like that. Yeah.
I'm sure you started this because you are a working mom yourself, even though you don't look like a mom.
Oh, thank you.
All right, smartparents.com, get on board. Tell us how the collaboration started.
Okay, I've been involved in the parenting area for 3 years now. I started as a social enterprise because parenting to me is number one job. It's a job, we are all working, right? For money and all that. But many people fail to balance between success in their careers as well as success at home. I think to me, you must be successful at home first. Then your true KPIs or your true measures will translate into work. So with this collaboration, I'm hoping to reach to working mothers especially, and working mothers definitely have 3 or 4 more challenges that they have to face. Like fathers usually are typically focusing at work and all that. But I believe in collaboration. Everybody has a role and they must play their roles very well. So it's a teamwork.
What are the usual dilemmas of working moms or even working parents?
Well, where do I start? Let me see. Speaking from experience, myself, I am a working mom of 2 kids. I guess what I first felt difficult when I was working, and the fact that I already had kids at that point, was firstly making time for my family. Second is I did experience some guilt because I felt that I was leaving my kids behind and then working long hours, and then by the time I reach home, it's like I leave home and it's still dark, and when I come home it's dark. So I can count the hours that I have to spend with my children at home. And besides that, I think it's also making some space and some time to spend for myself. Because as women, we juggle multiple roles. We are mothers, we are wives, we are sisters, we are cousins, we are friends. We also sometimes take care of our extended family. So where do I find time in doing all that for myself? So those are just some of the challenges that I can think of. And a lot of our members on our Malaysian Working Mothers Forum actually did share that one of their biggest main concern is daycare centers or the availability of a help that they can count on to look after the kids, because you know how that's a big problem these days in the country. So just to name a few, those are just some of the challenges.
Sick, husband gets transferred overseas.
Exactly.
This goes on and on. So we actually asked our fellow Malaysians what's their take on this working mother's dilemma. So let's see what they have to say, and we're going to be right back.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Opinion is very important that women spend time with their families, even though they're working. It's hard, but it's important for them to make time.
Why?
Why? Because, well, as you see, family is the core of the community. You see that the children, teenagers nowadays, they have so many exposures from friends, from the TV, everything. So parents, especially mothers, because they have more connection with the children, so they have to spend more time with the kids, not just the children, even the husbands, the parents also, because without a strong family core, the community will be, you know, like all over the place. It's not going to be good. So that's why it's important for everything. For example, as a wife, is, you know, to keep the husband happy. So the family, the stronger the parents are, the more connected the children will be, and they have to spend time with the children, so that, you know, the children won't go out to seek attention elsewhere. Important for the parents also, because, you know, when you grow up, then it's your responsibility to take care of your parents, because they have taken care of us.
I think women should have a balance in life in terms of their working discipline. If the time ends, let's say your working timing ends at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to give myself 1 hour to finish my work. So you have to ensure that by 7 o'clock cut off, you go back home to spend time with the kids. Okay, because you need to also check their homework, make sure they finish their homework, check on their food, and besides that, you got to put them into bed. So you have to have a check and balance on what are your daily routine that you need to spend with them, quality time, time management, and also to have a bit of discipline. Okay, work is work. You'll always have work, it'll never finish, it'll never complete. So you have to be disciplined in your time management and put that in your checklist for, you know, spending time with children. It's very important, because kids nowadays with iPads, with internet, you know, they tend to spend a lot of time going on the net rather than, you know, having quality time with the family. So you have to put a restriction to that. Tell your kids that, okay, look, when I'm back home from work, you got to make sure that you finish your homework. Mommy's just going to be there to check on what you do. Your homework is completed.
Right.
Well, she's very, very diplomatic. Back in my time, it was, you know, the cane. I don't care, just get it done, right? Besides, you know, having handled a lot of parental coaching clinics and workshops, how do you tell parents to get over the guilt? You know, we see guilt mentioned a couple of times. How do you tell them, you know, it's okay, and how do you overcome that?
Okay, actually, the key word here is quality. It's not the quantity. So working mothers can continue working as long as you make sure that every seconds that you have, I'm talking about every seconds that you have with your kids, make sure it's positive. Because the kids will not remember how much time you spend with them, but they will remember, you know, how good was the time that you have. You know, like tucking them to bed, you know, giving advice rather than nagging. That's a big one. Eh? So they will remember these little things. So I think focus on quality. Avoid all this negative urge to be angry and things like that. And it's not easy, you know, because you have like multiple roles. Right? So working mothers need to know how to separate their lives from office, work. They try to build a buffer zone in between, so you cool down and you assume new roles in a fresh environment. So it's not easy, but it can be done.
So how do we sign up for, you know, the workshop?
Oh, okay.
So high tea that's happening.
Yes, we are very excited to announce that, as I mentioned earlier, the whole Working Mothers Forum community was actually set up to be an online-based community. But because of our members have been communicating for the past 1 year virtually, so based on their feedback and their suggestions, they said that, why don't we do a gathering? I like to meet the mom that I've been speaking to for the past few months.
Virtually.
So I said, so I said, wow, that's a great idea. So we came up with a charity high tea. I can just share with you this.
It's on the screen already.
Oh, okay, great. So this charity high tea program is our very first gathering gathering for all of our members. To be a member of the Malaysian Working Mothers Forum, it's very easy.
Okay.
Just go to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Malaysian Working Mothers Forum. Just like our page and you're a member.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. Okay, and we don't discriminate against gender. So, in fact, just to share with you, very interesting fact: 20% of our members are male.
One
Some
of them is
definitely. So, this charity High Tea is done in conjunction to benefit the Yayasan Child Kit. They actually serve the street children in Kuala Lumpur. So, we thought, what better way to invite our members to come in to not just spend a fantastic time at a great place at Karkosa Srinegara on the 3rd of November from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. We have lined up fantastic program for them. We have Sazif Fala as our MC. Yes, and also her husband, Nash Idris. They'll be talking about sense and sensibility.
Okay.
How to manage money in a marriage. Maybe a tricky topic there. Then, of course, we also have Mr. Zaid Muhammad, who will be talking to us about iPhones or I love you. Our parents these days are substituting their love for material things.
I'm
guilty of I'm guilty of one of that. And then we also have Datuk Fazli Yaakob, who will be sharing with us some interesting demonstrations on how working moms on the go can prepare quick, nutritious meals for their children.
Also for the dads.
Also for the dads, of course.
And of course, don't panic still.
Yes.
Actually one
you know how safety is such a huge agenda in our lives today, and especially women, we cannot be too careful. So we have Dr. Ramlan Sensei. He's from the Aikido Shudokan Malaysia. He's an Aikido instructor. He will be sharing some tips on how women should stay aware of their surroundings when they're walking in the streets, and he'll also share with us some moves on how to defend ourselves.
So the website is myworkingmothers.forum.com. You can also go to the Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Make sure to click and be a member, and you get to be a part of this. It's happening on the 3rd of November 2012. The theme is Fat, Fit and Fresh for 2013. There you go. Early start to the new year.
So log on to the website, facebook.com/Malaysian Working Mothers Forum.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. So working moms, don't fret. This is actually, a call to
or even working dads.
help you
Learn
out.
how to cook from Datuk Fazli later.
Yeah, man. All right. So we hope you have a good day ahead. We'll see you on Monday.
That's right. Hope you have a good weekend. Zamil and Zaliha signing off today.
Have a productive day ahead. Salam satu Malaysia. Another performance coming your way.
With Aswara. Take care, everyone.